Hi, welcome to Mondays with Melissa. So this past weekend I was shopping with my daughters and I looked at a shirt and it said on the label, one size fits most. And I thought that's so ridiculous. And it got me thinking about planning and elder law, of course, because that's what I think about all the time. And I thought planning isn't only not one size fits all, it's also not one size fits most, just like that shirt. So I was thinking about how people at different stages in their lives really have to plan for different things. So when we're in our early ages, 18 and our 20s and our 30s, we're kind of feeling like, we have our whole lives ahead of us and, we're invincible and everything is kind of going along. But really, you have to be prepared. And being prepared at that point in life is about having your power of attorney and your healthcare proxy in place. God forbid there's an accident or you have some sort of illness that creates a problem with memory loss or some sort of incapacity. And then also you might have young children. And if you have young children, planning looks like making sure you have a will. And that will state where your children go if something happens to you and your spouse. Who's going to take care of your children? Who's going to raise them? And what type of assets are you going to leave to be able to take care of them? Maybe your family structure looks a little bit different. Maybe you don't have kids and you're a married couple that has a dog or a few dogs, and that's your family. And trust me, I have a dog and she's my favorite. Don't tell anybody. But some people really want to make sure that their pets are taken care of if something happens to them. Who is the pet going to go to? Who's going to care for the pet? How are they going to afford it? Maybe the pet has medical issues and you need to make sure there's money put aside to take care of the pet. So this is all part of your plan. This is all part of your family, your structure, and everything that you need to consider when you're creating an estate plan. What have you accumulated? What type of wealth do you have? Have you inherited money from other family members? Or perhaps you've had an amazing career and you've created some sort of legacy and you have a very large estate. So maybe your estate plan is more focused on tax planning and estate tax planning and making sure your family's not hit with huge taxes at the time of your passing. Perhaps you have collectibles, perhaps you have jewelry and furs and things that you've either inherited or purchased over your lifetime, and you want to make sure that those things go to specific individuals. Or maybe you have charities that are very near and dear to your heart, and you want to make sure that you put something in your estate plan to take care of those charities and leave a legacy there when you're gone. And then eventually you reach that point where you're retired and aging and maybe having some health issues and thinking about your long-term care and protecting what you've worked so hard for your children. So there really is nothing that's one size fits all or most about what we do and about estate planning. So don't listen to the neighbor, don't listen to the in-law, don't listen to this one or that one about what you should be doing and when. You need to talk to professionals. You need to deal with a team of trusted advisors who can lead you in the right direction and make sure your plan is in place for that particular time in your life. There's so many different things to think about. And going back to what I discussed last week about how you need to make sure you tell your estate planning and elder law attorney everything, that goes right into this type of thing. If you have charities that are near and dear to you, or you have certain assets that maybe you don't think are necessarily something that should be included or mentioned, we need to know about them because we need to make sure that you have everything that you need in place. I look forward to hearing questions from all of you. We've had some questions over the past year, but not quite enough. So please put questions in the comments. Happy to answer anything, and like, subscribe, and share. And let's get the word out to everybody about how important this topic is. See you next week.